trust. Nigeria call obey to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom. In freedom. In freedom. Peace and unity. Arise, my people. Arise, my
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your geographical location. We're back here today. I am your man, Electricity, bringing you what? The positive vibes and hoping to inspire a positive change in Nigeria, one of the greatest country that ever existed on planet Earth. We're back again here today, delving into the Reuben Abati Saga in respect to his comment that the Igbos don't sell their land to strangers. And I stand on my position in that they don't have to sell their land to anyone. As you can see, what is highlighted on the screen there, here is Orji Uzor Kalu, a man who said he's a core Igbo man by heart, stating or claiming that Tinubu did not buy the presidency in the market. He earned it. And nobody, I've not seen, I stand to be corrected, any Igbo man or Igbo person reacting or responding to this statement. But rather, we are delving on the matter that will not affect the price of rice. Tinubu presidency certainly has affected the price of rice negatively, not just rice, every other thing negatively. But if the Igbo person do not sell his or her land to a stranger, it will not affect even the price of pure water. So let's stop majoring what in mining. Orji Uzor Kalu has worked or is still working in the corridors of powers. And I've often argued that the one thing that is holding the actualization of the Biafra nation, if it will ever actualize, is their own fellow kinsmen holding it back. There is no evidence, I stand to be corrected, that Orji Uzor Kalu, while working and still working in the corridors of power or while in the Senate, ever sponsored a bill to what in respect to inserting referendum in the provision for referendum in the constitution, or ever take up a case of the Biafra to the Senate floor. Like again, I stand to be corrected in this regard, but this must be provided or be supported with evidence. So if Reuben Abati did say, let's say it's right or wrong in this regard, and he comes out to apologize again, how does it affect the price of rice? How does it change the narrative in the country at the moment? It ain't going to change nothing. So his comment, whatever intent is behind it, don't forget, he was quoting someone. And as such, there's nothing anyone can do about it. Let's focus on the statement of who Uzor Kalu is. He claimed to be the second employer of labor after Dangote, owning factories in Lagos, in Abia, Anambra, whatever it is, and even outside the country. If you can see what is being scrolled down, rolling down on the bottom ticker there, it says electricity, number one institutional problem to fix. When he was in power, still in power, how does he manage to run his factory without electricity, constant electricity in Nigeria? These are questions that people should start asking those in position of authority, particularly those who are Igbo kingsmen that are vying or asking for for a breakup, for a Biafran nation. How will your own man, a core Igbo man, state that Tinubu did not buy it, the presidency? He earned it. That is beyond opinion. Worse, in my view, worse than what you are claiming that Abati said, allegedly. Because he hasn't come out to say he defended what he said. He stood by it. Whether you like it or not, he stood by it. We don't have to agree with him. And again, it's neither here or there. Why haven't we or the Igbos taken Orji Uzor Kalu to task in respect to this comment he made? When it is glaring in the whole wide world that certainly Tinubu did not earn the presidency. He didn't earn it. But you see, we play this tribal thing to suit us, this tribal sentiment. When it favors us, we play it. When it doesn't favor us, we pretend as if we didn't hear it or we didn't see it. And some use it as a way of conning one another, just like the allegation about Samuel Ekwa, that he used his Biafran or agitation of IPOB as well to con people, to dupe people. With such statements, every Igbo person should distance themselves from Orji Uzor Kalu. In fact, should deny him for making such a statement. In fact, it's not just Igbo, every Nigerians, particularly the Igbos, should distance themselves. For a man who has walked, who wept, in fact, I think the 9th Senate, when he was leaving the Senate, he stated on the floor that he believes in one Nigeria, which is entitled to. I believe in one Nigeria myself. He's entitled to believe in whatever he wants to believe. However, with this statement, it has gone beyond belief. Meaning that every effort, my view, every effort to see this actualization of Biafra that has been thwarted over the years, it could be behind it. It could be one of those behind it. Allegedly. My opinion. Because it works and still walking in the corridors of power. Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison till what? Till tomorrow. And God forbid that he dies there. Trust me, nothing will happen. The nation will not change. No riot, no protest will ever happen. So why don't we as Nigerians Stop majoring in minor. Let's deal with the number one institutional problem that we need to fix, which is electricity. I'm sitting down here today, like I said, first by the special grace of God, and secondly, because there is constant electricity where I am. So I can wake up anytime, log in, and come and tell you the story of my life. How is he able to operate in that terrain where there is no electricity, functional and stable electricity? These are the questions that should be put to him. Being the second labor employer of labor after Dangote, as he claimed. And it's a shame that none of us, again, particularly the Igbos, have taken him to task to say, what does it mean that Tinubu ain't it? He didn't buy it in the market. But rather, we're focusing on the sin or the supposedly sin that we claim Reuben Abati committed for making a statement that Igbos do not sell their land. Everybody jump on the bandwagon and want to crucify him. Do I like him as a person? I keep that reservation to myself. I have watched the video over time and read the transcript, put it in context and out of context. Again, I stand on what I said. It will not change the price of rice. Those who wants to use it, that Igbo sentiment, that tribal sentiment, are using it today. But you know what again? It will not take us anywhere. It ain't going to change the narrative. Tinubu and his wife has gone to France to attend the meeting that they usually attend or to report to their master. While Nigerians, we are there. What are we talking about? Igbo issue. Come on. Like I said, my role is to inspire positively. And because I don't dance with this sentiment, tribal sentiment, it would be nice if all of us don't dance with this tribal sentiment. And let's face the real issue. If we're going to break the nation, let's break it for good. But before we break the nation, the question is, are we ready to build a new nation? The answer is no, we're not prepared. It is the greed and selfishness of some individuals that are pushing for this. They are not pushing it with a genuine heart. They are not pushing it with your interest at heart. Because if they do, things will not be where it is today. It's not hard. It's not difficult. Just like Orji Uzor Kalu, never, I stand to be corrected. I've not heard that he ever sponsored a bill on the floor to say we need to have a referendum on the way forward for this nation, but rather on the floor of the Senate, he said he believes in one Nigeria. I remember what Tony Oke said, that with the power of wealth that the Igbos have, they can shut down the country in a day if they close all shops. But you know what? Orji Uzor Kalu will never allow that to happen. You know why it's not going to never allow? Because it's going to affect his pocket. They only think about their pocket. They don't think about you. He's an Igbo man, a core Igbo man, he claimed. And he was even interviewed by Reuben Abati in this regard. Where Reuben Abati highlighted some things about his positions about Tinubu, how he supported Tinubu, how his case was quickly dealt with when Tinubu became president, etc., and etc. He was offended. In fact, he said he feels insulted by that statement that Reuben Abati made. But if we look at this statement and we try to evaluate it, we try to dissect it, a man who came out to say in open, I participated in that election. So for him to come and say that Tinubu did not buy it in the market, he earned it, is not only insult to Nigerians, but insult to his own fellow kingsmen and women. And the Igbo has never said anything. They didn't come up to challenge him. They never, ever said to him, oh, why would you say such a thing? But rather, they applauded and want to crucify Reuben Abati because he said Igbo people don't sell land to strangers. Please, I encourage you, don't sell your land to strangers. Keep it to yourself. It belongs to you. It's your personal property. It's an inheritance. It could be an inheritance. Keep it. You did nothing wrong for not selling your land to anyone, whether you are Igbo or otherwise. If development wants to come to the land, to that section of the area, and you refuse to sell it, that's your problem. And there's no guarantee that selling it will bring development to the land. So if we can start to stop majoring in minors, I think we will be able to turn the ship around. We'll be able to address this train called Nigeria that has derailed. Families struggle to survive. It doesn't matter what tribe you have. Hunger, they say, doesn't know tribe. It affects everyone. Those preventing the actualization of the Biafra nation are the same people, your own kinsmen. There's a Yoruba adage that says that I don't know if I can interpret it very well in English, that the ant or the insect that is eating the leaf is what is on the leaf. It's there, it's attached to it. So people like this making such statements, that Tinubu and the presidency should be shunned, should be avoided. Mark and avoid such people. They don't have the interest of the nation at heart. And they will never, because all they think about is their pocket. He wept. He was weeping on the floor. And now came out to say, focus on this. This is a major thing to talk about, not a minor thing that Reuben. What's Reuben sin, for crying out loud? Has he committed any sin? The answer is no. He hasn't committed any sin. And he will be stupid to come out and apologize to Nigerians or to the Igbos. He will be stupid to do that. He will be stupid. Quote me on that. If he does that, he lost all his integrity. He lost everything. He will never regain it. Because why? They're bullying you for what you said. You're entitled to your opinion. Yes, opinions can be dangerous at times, but however, he quoted where he got it from. It's not fake to make it. It's keeping things real. Let's major on the major and not majoring in minors. We need to fix the country or we'll break it. But like I still said it tomorrow, breaking it ain't gonna solve the problem. Because why? The mentality of Nigerians, of us Nigerians, is almost the same thing. We are not ready to fix the country, so we can't fix the new one we are going. We can't fix anyone, either Biafra or Duduwa or Ogoni Nation. Listen, we can't fix it. It ain't gonna work because we are not ready to make Nigeria work. Show evidence. Let's show evidence that we have attempted to make Nigeria work. This is an evidence-based discussion to inspire. I need somebody to show me, to prove to me that attempts over the years has been made by citizens to make the nation work. If you can show me that evidence, then I will yield. I will give you 1,000,000 apologies on the floor here. Evidence that has been made by anyone, particularly Orji Uzor Kalu, to save Nigeria. But you know what? That will never happen. Because as long as they are benefiting from it personally, it doesn't concern them if the country goes ablaze. It doesn't concern them whether you and I have something to eat. It's all in the hands of the citizen. I did highlight our petitions. Over 2 million have signed a petition in the UK today for the Labour Party to call forward for a snap election. But we all sit in our constituency. We clap our hands. We fold our hands. There's nothing we can do. The man who made this statement is working. Nobody's asking him, what does it mean that Tinubu aimed the what? The presidency. He's an Igbo man, still working in the corridors of power, thwarting, allegedly, every attempt to see the actualization of Biafra nation. Smiling behind them that you never work. They're just wasting their time. Saying it in his heart, allegedly, that it will never work. And that is why it has never worked. And because we keep focusing, majoring in the minors, it still will never work. Let's change position. Let's leave Reuben Abati alone. If his employer thinks otherwise, they've seen the evidence, and they'll take him out. And after that, what happened? Well, the price of rice will change from 130,000 naira. It will drop to what? To 10,000 naira. Really? In your dreams, in our dreams, that will never happen. Because why? That is not what is affecting the country. This statement made by Orji Uzor Kalu is one of the things that is affecting the country. Because he cannot openly say that Tinubu did not end the presidency because it will affect his business. Tinubu will shut down his business. I can guarantee you that. Let the Igbos challenge him. If he ever dare come out to say that Tinubu presidency is fake, he did not earn it. He stole it from the people through INEC. He collaborated with INEC and stole it from the people. I can guarantee you he will not say it. Because why? Tinubu will pull down his business. He will frustrate everything out of his life. They're only for their own interests. They are not after your own interests. They are not after our interests. Until we, the citizens, understand that these people are not after our interests. So let us take our own interests at heart and start to act. And I've told you several times, a position I will never change. I won't move from that position. When the citizens start to invoke section 60, 69, and 110 of the Constitution, then we will start to see a change. When we start to focus on that number one institution, asking them to fix this thing, there will not be a change. We're only wasting our time. Pray all you want to pray. God don't do foolishness. Even devil don't do foolishness, to be honest. God and devil don't do foolishness. They keep things real. They what? they keep things real. But we, the citizens, we've refused to keep things real. I'm hoping that we will change. And I want to those of you that left comment on the distance. I responded to your comment. First, thank you for leaving that comment. I responded to your comments, the ones that needs to be responded to. It's called engaging with my audience. I responded to it. So let's focus on what matters. Take Orji Uzor Kalu to work as to why he made this statement and leave Reuben Abati alone. Reuben Abati has no issues. He's a journalist. Whether he was politically motivated to say that or not, that is neither here or there as far as I'm concerned. Let's do the needful. Let's mind our business. If the Igbo man or the Yoruba man or the Ijaw man do not sell their land to other people, it's their business. It's their personal property. You see what is on the screen there? It has nothing to do with Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. Even though it was said by an Igbo man, it came out from the mouth of somebody that it shouldn't have come out from. Yes, there has been problem before Tinubu became president, but from the first day he became president, he said, "Let the poor breathe." The poor have not breathed at all, but rather groaning in pain and suffering. And you came out in public to say Tinubu end it. Shame on you, sir, respectfully. And shame of those who applauded you, your fellow kinsmen and kinswomen that applauded you in this regard. You determine the government of an individual or the rule of an individual by what? By the way the citizens live or feel it. How did he earn it? How did he earn it? Could he be taken to tax? Give us evidence that he earned it. What evidence? A man that is alleged to be a drug dealer, a man that is alleged not to have university level secondary school certificate. It's not by force to go to school. Let's just get this clear. It's not by force. The basic certificate you need to become president of Nigeria is a school cert, if I am correct. So you don't need to hold a BSc or be a professor or whatever it is. You don't need to. Even professors, lecturers, professors were used during the election, and illiterates playing those who claim to be professors. Playing them, using them to play his own chess game. You must give him credit for that. Using lecturers to play his chess game, and they all sucked into it. Every one of them were sucked into this game. Nobody washed their hands and said, "No, I don't want to do money," because money is speaking. The love of money is the root of all evil. So please leave Reuben Abati alone. Focus on Orji Uzor Kalu, a man who has walked in the corridors of power in the context of the Igbos and the actualization of the Biafra nation. Focus on that. It will help you a lot. And leave those who just made a passing comment alone. Doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't have anything that doesn't affect the price of rice. Let's forget about it. Or that will affect the price of rice by bringing it down. Let's forget about it. And let's focus on the need. Thank you. On Saturday, I will be here for long on Saturday. And we will discuss other matters. This is just to make us to understand that This is what we often do. We major in minor issues. We focus on those minor issues. Has never taken us further anywhere. Let's start to do the needful. Hopefully, I'll come your way again on Saturday. Have a lovely weekend.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's come. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey. To serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. Hey, that's all. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria call obey. To serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one